Yeah, I would like to cover a little bit of a history about profileMyRun, how we started this project, why we started the project. And this project is basically started in 2012, and initially it was just my hobby, curious investigation on how there's any. By the way, before I go into that, just introduce a little bit about me. I have been in Bay Area, Silicon Valley for past 20 years, and I have been an engineer for past 15 years. My first engineering job is actually working for reliability engineer for Seagate Technology, which is basically dealing with electronic instrumentation. So debugging a hard disk drive is my day job. So I'm pretty good in doing, making precision instrument. That's what I'm good at. What I'm not good at is the all this the sport thing. The reason I picked up running is 5 years ago is because I was in my 40, and the doctor said that I have high blood pressure, so I have to I'm a little bit overweight, it's about 180 pounds, and basically I pick up running, and I hate running since the day that I'm in my high school. The thing is that I run because the PE teacher tell me to do that. So it's not like I actually like running. I don't like running. The thing that's changed 5 years ago is that because of my health problem, I have to go, reduce my weight. This is me, like 5 years ago. Before I start to realize that running is pretty fun. Without the pain. So the way that I figured that out is I ask people around how, ask the coach, some running shop buddy of mine, that know how to run properly, and the thing that they recommend is to read about books about yoga, running, and this is like new to me. The first difficulty about running for beginner like me is that it's a breathing part. I did overcome that by using abdominal breathing, this chi breathing and the yoga breathing thing. Yeah, I overcome that. But the other thing that is really bothering me 5 years ago when I was not able to run properly is they talk about all this weight distribution and how you're gonna lean forward and all this center of mass thing, and basically the concept is pretty simple. After I reading and asking people around, it's like treat this pen as if it's your body. The key, if you actually want to help other runners out there, I actually posted a couple of YouTube videos that I composed to make you understand a little bit of running science. There's a lot of science. It's not like art, it's a science itself. It's not as if straightforward, like you lean forward, that's it. It's more than that, more than what you think. So I would suggest you going through that YouTube video. I have a subscribe to my channel, eckland12345@gmail.com, and I have a link for profileMyRun.com that can lead you to that information. So basically, in a nutshell, this is like, imagine this pen is you. So the key to a better run is that you want to keep the momentum going as you run, and the way to do is lean forward but not too forward. You have to do, the difficult part is that are you aware of your center of mass? That's the problem. I don't have a high-speed camera beside me. The only expensive lab can afford to do it. The only thing that stops you from doing that, I find it difficult is the center of mass. How do you control that? So imagine you lean forward and you bounce. This is you running. So the key is to make sure that the center of mass is at the center. Every time you strike the ground, you keep the momentum going. So, and the key for faster run and fastest as a best economic run is that you hit the ground really hard every time. And that it means that if I want to come up with apps that help you, I have to be able to have a precise measurement on the footstrike. That's the difficult. So let's go to the first prototype I did build. Right, it's simple to get. This is Adreno based, the first prototype back in 2012. This is like a battery is really big, and the way that I can make it portable is that I have to put it in the rib stripe. I put it in the rib stripe and I tie it around my waist, and then This is the sensor. This is like a basic tactile sensing. It's a touch sensing. So it doesn't really measure forces. It's really just measure like 20 pounds forces. The difficult part for the past 1 year I'm trying to figure out is how to measure your 600 pounds. Actually, when you strike the ground, it's really very heavy. The poundage is like 600 pounds. That's why you can have a lot of injury. Every time you pound on the ground. And the difficulty is that how am I going to? I want to ask myself, the best design should be a sensor and no sensor at all. So I want to make sure that the insole that I am using inside my shoe is minimums. So the difficult part is most of these cheap sensors out there that they offer only 20-30 pounds. It's not really measuring weight, it's just measuring tactile sensing. The breakthrough comes when we work around that by using I have an inspiration, and we did protect these. I want to share this particular manufacturing process for really making the sensor able to sense 600 pounds, and this now being protected, so nobody can actually have litigation against our profileMyRun community if we able to have, with your help, able to build this community up, and this particular technology will be available to everybody at a very cheap cost and not by those big corporations. So this technology will be very nicely protected by USPTO, and it's able to be minimums. We will have a minimums thickness while can sense the heavy duty force strike. Not only you have to combine the force strike to measure your posture, we also have to model your running. That's why the software come in. It's a very complicated software I try to figure out for the past few. Because of my background in software engineering, I was able to figure out how to actually model a typical runner. That's why we need more people to participate in this so-called running science research, or of course, running science for everybody. This is the first time, not only that I can sense your motion, I can actually tabulate and combine all the data to reanimate your run and to really see how you're running, and then figure out, the most important, figure out how to alert you whenever your center of mass is off. That's the most critical one. Then we successfully did that, and my body average is going to cover that, how I'm going to go through that training and be a good runner without getting injured. And I have other couple of YouTube video that is available that can show you what you mean by center of mass and all this stuff. And yeah, basically this is the first prototype, and you can see that the battery is really huge. Well, the second prototype that I can show you is this one. So this is the second prototype that I make, which is based on coin battery. The problem with this design is that the shoelace. Oh yeah, by the way, the very important thing is that you want to position the position. According to running science expert, those people that is in the running lab, you really want to make sure that the sensor is at the center of mass of gravity of your shoe, so that the impact can be sensed properly. So the initial concept is already there, is just putting it here. So how to firmly put it here, there's a couple of designs that I came with, but this is the first design that I have, which is like a coin battery. The problem with this is that you have to go through the laces every time. So after several iterations of the design, which is we go through several iterations of design, and we found the most effective way to do that is to get this single piece design, which is this single piece design. You can see this, so that the lasers actually get trapped here and get here. There's two functions to this. Not only that this is going to be very tightly secured to your shoe, it's going to also help you. Remember that the time when every time you go running and you didn't tie your shoelace properly, this is not only going to be very tight securing and make sure that the sensor is very firmly on your shoe without any error or mistake as you vibrate it. It's also going to capture, secure your lasers so that you don't have any loose lasers coming off every time you go for a run. So there's a two function to this, and yeah, so this is actually better than this is second prototype. The third prototype is a bit similar to this, but it's still based on the coin battery, and which I don't like, because every time I go for a run and I want to measure my own posture and form and technique, it run out of battery like a 3. I mean, my average distance is about 13 miles per training, an hour and 55. That's the best I can do. 50, maybe 100 an hour or 50. The best is I don't like pain. That's why I didn't push myself too hard. I have buddy that run like 1 hour and 30 minutes, and they qualify for Boston Marathon, but not me. I've just managed to do this in the best time I have is 1:39 maybe. So anyway, the frustrating things about this battery thing is, coin battery thing is like we run out of battery like a 3-4 session of training. But the one that I came out with, the latest one, which is a pre-production unit, is one have a lithium-ion battery, and which is the same thing as the thing that you found in iPod Nano, exact same thing. So I have a couple of friends that's working for people in a company, right? So they actually has this suggestion to me that we should be able to make it one piece and let the minimum intrusion with minimum, and it can sense your weight. Not only that, can sense your motion, and can be using the minimum amount of energy using the Bluetooth 4.0, which is a breakthrough. It used to be like we have to do this in big boxes. And this is based on the Bluetooth version 2.0, which is really you need a big battery pack on that. And the one that is in this thing is going to make your life easier. And I'm going to continue doing that for making sure that this is smaller and less intrusive to all runner out there. Thank you. And also, by the way, you can charge this using the standard USB, micro USB cables for 30 minutes. Thank you.